Hello, so this is, I've tried to do it sort of as simply as I can, but getting the elements in to this version, because yeah, I mean it needs a bit of bass at some point, and it also needs a bit of high stuff at some point, but yeah, hopefully it's manageable. So just give it a go. So you've got kind of the main thing of it. I mean, if you did this all the way through, it actually would work, to be absolutely honest with you, apart from the bridge bit where the chords do change. So the way that you can do is one-handed, if you like, so that's an option, getting your fingers on, so that's middle C, and you're covering 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Yeah, so that first bit you're going, I would do it with pedal as well. Do pedal every time you hit the A minor chord, which is the A, C, C. Every time you hit that sort of A, basically, yeah. Right, so 3, 5, 5, 5, and then you reach down to the C, 1, 5, 5, and then 2, 4, 4. So that's an option. What they're actually doing in the live version is much easier, and it might be easier to do this way. So the basic chord pattern is A minor, A, C, E, and then you've got an F, F, A, C, and then you've got a C major, C, E, G, 1, 3, 5. These are the basic tonic triads, and then the G, 1, 3, 5. Okay, so that's your basic chord pattern. That doesn't change apart from the bridge, which, I mean, well, apart from the E minor, which sometimes happens randomly. Remember what you said to me, for example, E, G, B, 1, 3, 5 again. So yeah, but confusingly he's doing a bit of some inversions, but I'll show you them a bit later. So the main thing about it is that you've always got this C at the top. C, better days are coming. With the F as well. No, told you, yeah. So that's kind of always there until you get to the end, and then it goes to the B. So another way of doing it is just playing the C with finger 3 and playing the B with finger 2, and then the left hand's doing the kind of chords. That might be easier. So A, finger 1, 2 on the F, 5 on the C, and then moving a little bit your hand position to 1 on the G. So that would be A, finger 1 and left, 3, 3, 2 to the F, 3, 3, 5, down to that C. Bass note and then 2 of the right, whichever one it is. It's just the B at the very end of the pattern, basically. So it's a 4-chord pattern. Okay, so yeah, I'll do a little playthrough of that verse 1 then, so you can hear it. Right, so better days are coming if no one told you. I hate to hear you crying over the phone, dude. For 7 years running been a soldier, but better days are coming for you. And then you go into another bit, which I'll show you in a sec. But verse 2, just so you know, it's going to be doing exactly the same thing. So verse 2 is, we never miss the flowers, so we never miss the flowers till the sun's down. You never count the hours till they're running out. Vocally, sorry. You're on the side of the storm now. You should be so proud. Better days are coming. Better days are coming for you. 3 on the E minor. Yeah, so it just randomly pops in every now and again. You just that 3 on the E. Same note here in the right hand. Okay, and that's it for the verse parts. Okay, so then after that first verse part, you know, for 7 years running, you've been a soldier. Better days are coming for you. You've got the, so when the night feels like forever, yeah? So I would try and add a bit of bass at that point, but you could just still do the C. So I think it's quite nice. You probably can't see this quite on the camera, but you could just do a bit of bass down here. So that's one option. So instead of doing the A's up here, you do exactly the same but down here. Okay, so that's an option. So when the night feels like forever, I'll remember what you said to me. E minor, so 3 on the E. I know you've been. And then this bit, the chorus bit, I would suggest doing a bit different. So another option for that, which is quite nice, and if you can manage it, then is to do a stretch going, I don't know if you can see that, probably not, I'll try and angle it a little. Yeah, so you're doing that A to A. It's a bit of a stretch, so you might need to dip your wrist just fractionally and try and reach up as much as possible. It's quite a big stretch. A to A, F to F. So it's exactly the same notes, just, and then down to C to C, and then to the G. And then on that second verse, it would be F, C, and then E, 1 and 5. Yeah, so you're just doing what's called an octave, bottom E. Yeah, so just giving a bit of bass. So I'll just give you a sense of that. So you're in the same space here, middle C with the right hand, 3 and then 2 on the last chord. So when the night feels like forever, remember what you said to me, minor, I know you've been. Okay, and then the next bit, so trying to get some sort of bass into there. To get that C in ideally, but so what you can do there is you can do what's called fifths. Okay, so we're going from the A, and then we have a top A, and then we've got the middle note, the fifth of the scale in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of a rocky sort of thing that a lot of rock does. So yeah, you could do it here, or you could do it lower if you like. I think it'd probably be nicer to do it here, and then the right hand has this kind of, it's that high C that you can kind of hear in the background. So he's not actually doing the fifths. I think actually what's going on is still that, but then there's like, that's probably happening. But to add the bass to make the version a bit more interesting, it's nice to have that bass in as well. So that's why I've thought about doing these fifths basically. So yeah, so you could do A down here to E, finger 2, finger 1, and that's the same pattern for all of them. So the F chord would be then on 3rd down, so F, finger 5, C, finger 2, F, finger 1, and then you can go down to that C, finger 5 down here, 2, 1, and then going up to the nearest G, which is there, G, finger 5, 2, 1, and then you back up near the A, and then you do it again. So the only thing is with the pattern, you want to go, so bottom, middle, top, middle, if that makes sense, for each one. So second line, and then E, for that second line, E, B. Oh, sorry, we're on the waiting on a train now, so not necessarily the E, sorry. Yeah, you do that at some point, but later on actually, to be fair, so it might be good to know. But anyway, yeah, it's the same chord pattern there. So and then you could do, if you can do the octave, that's great, but if not, then just play that one C quite high up. So with 2 C's above middle C. Yeah, so this is for the chorus bit, and you could just see if you can rock your wrist so you're going C to the C, C to the C. My wrist might look a bit funny at the moment because I'm leaning right across the stand. Yeah, so that's what you're doing. It might help you keep in rhythm if you're just doing that all the time. Do, 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 do. Okay. Another option, if you get really stuck with these kind of fifths, is just play the octaves. That works too, or even just the notes. So I'll just play the full version if you can manage this bit, that would be great. So I know you've been hurting, waiting on a train that just won't come. The rain, it ain't permanent. Soon we'll be dancing in the sun. We'll be dancing in the sun, and we'll sing your song. We'll sing your song together. And then for this bit, I'd like to do something slightly different. So I'd like to do some chords down here. I think it would be quite nice doing this twice. So it doesn't actually say to do it twice, but I think it sounds nice with it. So you're doing, if you remember your A, that's your A minor chord, A, C, E. What we're going to do is we're putting this C at the centre of everything always. So the C is the highest note. So if you notice, you've got A, C, E in A minor, move to F, you've got F, A, C, and you want that C to sound top. So that's why we're going to swap around those notes in a different way. So your inversion A minor is E, A, C. So that's what we're going to do for the first chord. One together, and then we just keep those top two notes and we move to an F, a normal F, with the C at the top. And then we keep that C at the bottom, so we're going to C at the top, sorry. And then we move down to C, G, E, because that's the normal C. Yeah. And then we want to keep the B at the top, so we're going to slide down. So you've got, I would do 4 there, 4 on the B, 2 on the G, 1 on the D. And where this is a bit tricky, so don't worry if you can't manage it. Maybe just stick to doing the top 2 notes. That would work too. You could do a partial chord, so the A minor one would be like that, the F one would be like that, the C one would be like that, 2 on the G, and then the G one would be like that, 2 and 4. But yeah, so left hand wise, you'd be playing those kind of bass notes down here, really. So there's our A, there's the F, C, and G, like you did before. But you might need an E minor in there instead of the G, because it does swap sometimes. Okay, it's the same chords here, actually. If you're doing full chord, it would be there though, yeah? Okay, so I'll just show you what I mean. So you're doing, the beginning of the pattern is A, so you go bass note, chord, bass note, chord, so each one's twice, and then down to the F, move the thumb up, twice, now go to the C inversion, so E, G, C, down to the C here, finger 5, and now finger 1 on the G, easier version, a harder version, to make it a little bit harder, you could add an octave. So going the A and the A, which does sound quite nice if you can manage it. Yeah, so singing along with that bit, and we'll sing your song together. And then this time it goes to E minor, and just do that twice. So we'll sing your song together. Second time that comes at the very end, you go to G the first time and then E minor the second time at the end, and the fourth time actually, yeah. So we'll sing your song. So this is after the second chorus, so we'll sing your song together. Sing your song together. That was G. E minor. Sing your song together. G now. Sing your song together. And then the last little bit that you'll need to know, because So I think we've done everything there really. In the last verse, it's G, E minor, G, E minor at the end, just like we've done. It's exactly the same at the very end of the whole song. So the only thing that's different is the bridge, I would call it. They've called it an interlude on Ultimate Guitar, but yeah, you could do this with yeah, you could either do bass. I would do normal chords for this, so F, G, A minor, C. Okay, you could just do the normal kind of tonic triads for that. And there is an E minor in there, so you might want to go down to this E minor here. So yeah, you could do bass note here, or you could do the full chord if you like. Your story's gonna be, you could just keep the bass note, it's fine. Yeah, so 1 wants to be on the A, down in the left hand. Yeah, 1. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it starts with finger 3 on the F. Your story's gonna, finger 2 on the G change, just wait for better days. Finger 1, you've seen too much of pain, now you don't even know. So E minor F, so E, finger 3. Your story's gonna change, just wait for better days. I promise you I'll go. Not sure of the vocals. And then you're back into I know you've been hurting for that chorus bit. Yeah, okay. So yeah, play together with this. So your story's gonna change, just wait for better days. You've seen too much of pain, now you don't even know that your story's gonna change. Just wait for better days, I promise you I won't let go. Sorry, I can't remember the vocal for that. I know you've been, and you could, instead of going for that last chorus, you could change it to have the first verse hurting, hurting, waiting on a train that just won't, and then coming in a bit later with that pattern. That is an option as well, but yeah, maybe just stick to the chorus pattern earlier on. Good. I will stop there.